What's up, Nigeria? I don't even know whether to call today a good day or a bad day, but it's definitely good news in the midst of bad news. Why? Because 12 people have been arrested in connection to the heinous murder of Arise TV anchor Sommie or Somtochukwu Maduagwu. You understand? Which happened in the unique apartment, and I think the security guard opposed that day also lost his life. But I think there has been an update, and 12 people have been arrested in connection to, I think, this operation. I am Emmanuel 600. You can call me 600 a God, and I bring to you the word on the street. Salasi, so what is the word on the street concerning this news and this operation? How did they apprehend them? Because we've all been waiting from September 29th. I must commend the FCT Police Command in Nigeria. They've been fast, they've done well, because this just happened September 29th. Yeah. We are still grieving, and they have made arrest. I think it's a step in the right direction. Yeah. But please tell us the word on the streets concerning this news.
Yeah. So the word on the street is in the late hours of September 29th, 12 armed robbers attacked an estate.
Okay.
It was a mini luxurious estate in the Katampe area in Abuja.
Okay, Katampe. Okay.
Yeah, in Abuja.
So those of you who know Abuja, you know the Katampe. That's unique apartment.
Unique apartments.
Okay.
So they were robbing the people in the apartments, room by room, room by room. So they divided themselves into groups. So when they get to your side, then they rob you of whatever belongings you are. But unfortunately, what happened was that the journalist, Sommie, jumped from the third floor. She jumped from the third floor, and as she fell on the ground, she didn't die, or she wasn't quite dead. But people who came to the scene actually asked the police to assist them to transport the lady to the hospital, because early on they had tried to ring the police to come to aid on the scene, and there was no response.
Yeah.
So that was where the whole thing started. So after the incident, that was when the police actually came onto the scene. So when they came, they said they asked the police to help them transport the bodies, which was the security, Mr. Barnabas Danlami and Sommie, to the hospital. But the police complained that they had no fuel in their vehicle enough to transport them to the hospital. But some way, somehow, they got to the hospital anyway, and to which later on she succumbed to her injuries, and she was pronounced dead. Same to the security officer, because the security officer was shot because he was trying to prevent them from entering the estate, and he also lost a lot of blood, so he also passed on, as a matter of fact.
Oh, so right now I understand that 12 people have been arrested in connection to this operation, and some weapons have been seized. Yeah. Because I'm looking at videos where, you know, they've made some arrests and some things have been seized. Let's watch the video.
We have recovered one constructed AK around Zumarok, where it was hidden by Sani and some of his gang members, Shamsu and Osho and the rest. Hidden in a deep, thick bush.
Yeah, you were the hider. I'll show you now, see where the hider.
So hidden.
Yeah.
Yes.
When they were entering the estate, what happened? What was the conversation like? Who took the first shot? What happened? And did they get enough money in the apartment?
Yeah, after the investigation was concluded, one of the suspects, who was one of the very first 4 to be arrested by the police on October 8th, suggested that he was the one who took the first shot. He was the one who shot the security officer, Mr. Barnabas Danlami, before they were able to gain access into the premises. Yes. So after all this, whilst they were able to get some items, including some loads of cash, mobile phones, which were later used as evidence to also track the suspect. So it was kind of a bizarre situation because the people were escaping here and there. So there were several eyewitnesses to the case too as well.
Okay, so it was a messy case, but what really led to the apprehension is they sending some of the mobile phones they stole from the scene to the house.
Because according to the police, they say they use something called digital reconstructive intelligence to actually ping and track some of the phones. So which led to the arrest of the first 4 suspects, and later on they arrested the rest, following a directive by the president.
Okay, so that means Shamsuddin Hassan has been arrested.
Yes.
And 11 others as we speak now. And the funny thing is, what I read or what I heard, I don't know, you can confirm it. They were saying that all these suspects are either from Kaduna State or Katsina State. And that is where they actually, it's a ring. So that is where they actually do all their operations. But you look at the names and it's like heavily Muslim names. We are not connecting it to a certain tribe or that, but you realize that it's Hassan, it's Abubakar, it's Sirajo, it's about Mashku, Jamilu, it's about Suleiman, Abdul Salam, Zaharuddin, Musa Adamu, Muhammad, Issa, Abdul Rahman, Musa Umar. And looking at their age range, the youngest is 21 years. The youngest is 21 years. That is Suleiman.
Somebody is even 20 years.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. The gang driver. Yeah. That's Sani Suraj. Sani was the driver and he was 20 years. He was a young guy.
He actually confessed driving with a Honda CRV.
Okay. And looking at the CCTV footage, let's put the CCTV footage on the screen. So you realize that these guys, though they are in the middle of an attack or an armed robbery operation, you realize that most of them are wearing flip-flops. They are wearing slides. They are not dressed properly. They are not in mask. Looking at the CCTV footage, it doesn't even look like an armed robbery operation, but it looks like I heard they have committed a lot of crimes.
Yes, that's true. They are the ones responsible because they confess to the police. They are the ones responsible for robberies in certain hotels in the same Katampe #1 area.
Yeah.
So for them, I think that their buckets are full now and they've been quickly arrested by the police.
So some of these things, you realize that there are certain people behind the scenes that sometimes lead these operations. So people are asking, yes, we should actually find people behind the scenes who, are in charge of this gang. Because you realize that they asked them where they got the ammunition from and they said they ordered it from somewhere Niger into Nigeria.
Niger, the Republic.
Into Nigeria. So I think, I don't know, are there other people on the run that the police needs to apprehend?
Information reaching me from my sources indicate that there are even more than the 12.
Okay.
Some are saying 15 plus. So that suggests that it could be a ring of armed robbers that plan missions and execute them.
Okay, so it's understandable. So as of now, the Nigerian police is very committed to, nibbling these people out of the bar and putting them behind bars. But my heart goes out to the family of Sommie because she was such a bright uncle. She had a whole future, laying ahead of her. And the security man, to my condolences to the family of the security.
Aside her even being an uncle, she was a lawyer and she was a model. Yeah. And her wedding was also scheduled in 2 months' time.
Okay.
Right in time for her 30th birthday.
Yeah.
So it's quite sad.
Yeah.
Because just a few weeks to the demise, she was actually speaking on some of these issues. She was seen as kind of a light for women, for the youth, because she had a career. She did her law. She had a law education in the UK, and she decided to leave all that and come into Nigeria to put her skills into use in Nigeria for her people to serve her country, and she's dead as a result of certain negligences, because it's an emergency situation. You can't say you don't have fuel, so even the hospital were requesting ID cards before they proceed with treatment.
That is still wrong.
That is still wrong, because life is at stake.
And one thing so she didn't die because they shot her or they shot at her, but she died because she wanted to escape through the window and she slept.
Yes.
So I don't know. In the heat of the moment, I don't know. Is it like there was a balcony and she was trying to scale to the next floor because she's on the 3rd floor? Or she wanted to hide and she slept? I don't understand, but I'm thinking she wouldn't want to jump directly to the ground because she knows she's on the 3rd floor and the height. So it looks like she slept and fell. That is how come she didn't get her grounding or something, because I don't know, the hospital hasn't yet brought out information as to where she had a fracture or what caused the death. They are yet to do a postmortem. I don't know if they would make it public that maybe she suffered a head injury or a brain injury. That's what led to her demise or whatnot. But it looks like she was just trying to hide from them. But looking at hindsight, or looking at this from hindsight, I think it was the wrong decision to try to escape if the whole apartment was under siege.
Yeah.
Because how did she get to hear it? But I guess it wouldn't be answered. How did she get to hear that the apartment was under siege? Was it all noisy? What happened? Did she do any phone call before she decided to jump? Like all of these things, sometimes I would want to, know.
I believe it was a rush of adrenaline, because everything suggested that she decided to jump.
Okay.
And it was even confessed to the police during the interrogation, that where one of the suspects confirmed that she tried to even hold her from jumping, but she was too heavy and they couldn't pull her back.
So one of the suspects was trying to catch her while she was jumping.
Yeah, was trying to hold her from jumping, but
so the guy was in the room with her.
Yes. Okay. So it means that it might have got.
So they were in the room and she decided to escape. That is how come she fell from the balcony.
She fell from the balcony.
Okay, that is very understandable. But it's sad, and I guess I don't know if there is any other thing or there is any other information we'd want to add to this, or this is what we have for now.
This is what we have for now. Certain items have been retrieved. Their phones have been retrieved. 36 live 9mm ammunition to have been retrieved.
Okay.
9 torches, 9 flashlights for operations has also been retrieved. Two live cartridges and some guns, some machetes, some sharp knives and items has also been retrieved.
Okay.
So I think in due course we will have news on their prosecution in the court and whatever transpires thereafter. Okay,
so this is your word on the street. I am Emmanuel out of 600 and I was live with
King Selassie.
King Selassie in the studio. I tell you always, you have to like, subscribe and share, because word on the street is the actual gospel on the street. You understand? We will bring to you the in-depth analysis and the in-depth information that has not yet been made public. So please like, subscribe and share and leave a comment. I'm signing out.
Yeah.